Hello everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to another Lotso case. Today Susanna is standing at Austen's. Austen's is a restaurant and bar. I wanted Austen to have a countryside / gothic look because eventually I will be probably using this build in a future Let's Play. I have no idea when this future Let's Play will be coming to my channel, but I already did 2 other builds for it. One was the poor girl's home, and the other was Classic Estate. Austen's has a very simple menu and 1 bathroom. It is a 1-story, and if you do not want to spend a lot of time on landscaping or a lot of money on landscaping, I suggest that you use these wonderful terrain tools that we got in The Sims 4 in a free update last November, so almost a year ago. And they really work, especially for my countryside gothic builds. I call this restaurant Austen's because I was thinking of Jane Austen, the great writer. And Austen's does not cost very much. It's a 22,000 and change restaurant. So if you want to own it as a business, you can easily do that. For this build, you need the Sims 4 base game, of course, the Sims 4 Vampires game pack, and the Sims 4 Dine Out game pack. That's it. When your sim walks into the build, this is what you will see. There's just some tables and 2 bars side by side, so technically there could be another bartender that comes into this restaurant. I put the second bar here because sometimes the bar that came with the Vampires game pack I find a little bit too short. In this restaurant, people dress formally. I wish they would dress more formally, honestly, than this. I used a base game door that came with the September, I believe it was September, free update, as well as the windows from that update. And I used another door from that update as well. The smaller version of this door. So here is the eating area. And you saw the bar. Over here you have the bathroom. Let me just put the walls down. Let me back up here a little bit. And here is the simple bathroom, but I still like it, and it's plenty big enough. I love this little area over here where the chandelier is. And that happened, this little area happened by accident. Sometimes you think that you make a building mistake and it turns out to be not a mistake at all. And over here we have the kitchen. And in this kitchen you have a chef station with plenty of room. The chef station is not too close to the wall, and I'm going to explain that. When I was doing my Dine Out Let's Play, I had a chef station too close to the wall, and my chef would put the food on the tray. I'm going to call it a tray, so that the waiter could pick it up. And what they were doing was they were picking up the food and acting like they were going to place it on the tray, but it didn't get placed. It just stayed. The sim just put it right back, and so I had a backup of orders, and it was very glitzy for a while. And then I realized that if I gave the wall, if I put the chef station a little further away from the wall, that does not happen. So that's why my chef stations now have so much room in the kitchen. Here's the chef station, as I said. Over here you have 2 washing stations, and over here you have the host area. Now, I usually don't put the host area and the washing stations and the chef station all in the same room, but I thought it was very fitting for this build, especially because I am going to use this build for a Let's Play set in the 1800s, and they really didn't have host stations with electronic computers, so I wanted to hide this. You need it for a Sims 4 restaurant to be a Sims 4 restaurant, but for my Let's Play, when I use this, I'm going to want to hide this electronic host station, as well as the washing stations because they look modern, and also the chef station because it just looks strange. Normally, if you had a restaurant in the 1800s, you would find an old stove. I didn't even put a fridge in here, and I usually put a fridge somewhere on the lot in case your sim wants to own it. For my Let's Play, I will not be owning this restaurant. It's just a place to go. In fact, I was going to make this lot a generic lot because I wanted it to be a bar without being a technical Sims 4 bar. I didn't want to have any music on this lot because this Let's Play will take place in the 1800s and they didn't have stereos. So I was going to make this a generic lot with a bar in this room and some bathrooms. It was not going to have a kitchen. It was just going to be very plain. A plain place to go for a drink. But then I decided that it would be nice to make it a restaurant. And it was doable if I made it a restaurant because a restaurant does not require any electronics. It doesn't require a TV. It doesn't require a stereo. And as I said, in the kitchen, a lot of things are hidden. And I did that with another restaurant that I did recently. I wanted things hidden because I just wanted things to look nice. So I put everything in this back room. But since it is a restaurant, I'm going to go over this very simple menu. So I'm going to send Susanna too bad the table has been claimed. I'm going to send Susanna to the host and maybe she can get a table at some point. Unfortunately, there isn't that many tables in here because this is not meant to be a big restaurant at all. I just want Susanna to sit down and... Actually, you know what? I don't have to do that. I can go into build mode right now without her having to you know what? I can go. Bear with me. There is a way to do this. I can go. And if you didn't know this, you will now. I can go to Manage Worlds. Right now. I can click on New Crest. I can click on this restaurant. And the menu is right here. You see that I have very old-fashioned type uniforms for the host, waiters, and chefs. And I'm going to go to the menu. And on the menu you have water, coffee, the calming caramel, the Earl Grey, the red nectar, and the Von Hahn Estate. That is a drink that comes with get together, so I'm sorry I put it on the menu, but you don't need it. It just won't. If it just won't be there. But these are two drinks that are made to look like red wine or red nectar. So if you don't have this Van Honestein, it doesn't really matter. Then you have a salty llama because I wanted a white clear drink. You have eggs and toast and baked potato and scrambled eggs with bacon and fried fish and roasted chicken and pan-fried tilapia and breakfast scramble and herb-crusted salmon and shepherd's pie and fish and chips and omelet and rack of lamb and steak. Then for desserts you have blue confetti cake, chocolate cake, and red velvet cupcakes. And that is the menu. Let me go out here once more. And I'm going to show you the lot during the different times of day. This is the lot in the afternoon light. This is the evening light. And this is the night light. I'm going to go back to the afternoon light. I'm going to go into build mode, like I always do. And here is the first picture of the roof from the gallery page. And here is the second picture of the roof from the gallery page. And this restaurant, if you want to own it, is 22,772 simoleons. Again, this restaurant is called Jane Austen's. I'm sorry. This restaurant is called Austen's, and if you forget that, just think of the writer Jane Austen. And my name on the gallery is Leora 18. Thank you so much for watching. Be happy, healthy, and stay safe.